What did you have for breakfast or dinner yesterday? More than you know. Picture this. The warm, fertile lands of Ghana, Kenya, or Zambia, where the sun kisses fields of millet and the earth cradles roots of cassava. These lands are teeming with life, yet here we are craving wheat, a grain as foreign to our soil as snow. Why does Africa spend nearly $20 billion every year to import wheat from across the globe? Why do we see our money flowing out just so that bread can trickle onto our breakfast tables? And it's not just wheat. Africa is addicted to Asian rice too. Nigeria alone will spend $1.3 billion this year to import rice, yet African rice is cheaper and healthier. Let's get real. Africa boasts 65% of the world's remaining arable land, abundant fresh water, and about 300 days of sunshine annually. With these resources, we could be the world's breadbasket, a food superpower like no other. So why do we rely on foreign-grown foods like wheat and Asian rice, and many more others? This isn't just about bread and rice. It's about the lingering chains of mental slavery that bind us to foreign tastes and dependencies. It's maddening that a continent rich in agricultural diversity is begging for crumbs from the global north's table. Consider the irony. Ghana, with its abundance of indigenous grains and tubers, millet, sorghum, cassava, yam, sweet potatoes, is at the mercy of wheat prices dictated by conflicts in distant lands. And it's not just Ghana. This story repeats itself across Africa. We have allowed our palates and plates to become colonized, ignoring the bounty beneath our feet. This culinary colonization isn't accidental. It's the residue of a carefully orchestrated strategy spanning hundreds of years. The Portuguese introduced Asian rice to West Africa in the 16th century, starting the decline of African rice that had thrived for centuries in that region. They, along with the British, also introduced maize to Kenya in the late 19th century, overshadowing ancient African grains like millet. Today, Africa finds itself trapped in a web of wheat dependency, while parts of Europe, especially Eastern Europe, diversify their flour sources with rye and other grains. Meanwhile, we cling to the notion that bread must come from wheat alone. This isn't just culinary conservatism, it's culinary colonization. But the solution doesn't lie in distant wheat fields. It's in our own rich soil and in the innovative minds of our people. Our indigenous food systems have recipes for millet bread, sweet potato donuts, and much more, just waiting to be unleashed. Young entrepreneurs are ready to revolutionize our diets. They just need the chance. This chance must be created. It needs state-funded research, venture capital for startups, and a national commitment to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. This isn't just agricultural policy, it's economic and cultural liberation. For too long, we have allowed our taste buds to become colonized, our agricultural policies dictated, and our economic potential stunted. A food revolution beckons, and we must respond. The time has come for Africa to reclaim its culinary heritage, to turn away from the wheat fields and others, and cultivate the rich diversity of our own lands, to create breads that reflect our soil, our climate, and our culture, to nourish our bodies with foods that are truly ours. This is the food revolution that Africa needs, one that will inject health, not just into our bodies, but into our economies, cultures, and sense of self. It starts with something as simple as a loaf of bread, but has the potential to reshape our continent's future. The question isn't whether we can do this, it's whether we have the courage to break free from imposed tastes and rediscover the flavors of true independence. Our ancestors knew the power of food sovereignty. It's time we remember it too. Let's make bread not from borrowed wheat, but from the grains of our liberation. Let's feast not on the leftovers of colonial mentality, but on the rich harvest of African culinary tradition and innovation. This is our challenge, our opportunity, our destiny. The table is set. Will we take the rightful place at it? Let's keep this conversation going. Together, we can create a food revolution that nourishes not just our bodies, but our souls. Stay blessed and stay true to the flavors of Africa. Let's transform Africa together.